so this question was emailed in earlier this week. Okay. All right. Now I got my chart all set up. So let me explain the question here. So when the DonchianChannel meets the daily high or the daily low, this person would like to submit a limit order when the DonchianChannel equals the daily high or the daily low, and so that part is that component is already done by the customer. The real question is when the DonchianChannel separates from the daily high or daily low, he would like to cancel that limit order. So that's really the question, is that when these two indicators separate from each other, right, or deviate from each other, you'd like to cancel that limit order to get into the trade. Right? So that's the premise of this question here. First, I'll need to make a limit order here, and so let's see. I believe what's being done is that limit order is being placed at the daily high or the daily low. So we're going to use a indicator value to set the price for this limit entry order here. So let's go find the current, let's see, here we go, the current day open, high, low. So that's what's being used. And let's see here, I believe counter trend trades are being placed. So at the high, at the current high, I believe a short trade's being taken, and at the low, long trades are being taken. So, but I guess it doesn't really matter here, but that's not really what the question's about. But this is, so I'm setting this up just so we can get an order established here. And then, so the real question about canceling this limit order, right, when the two indicators separate from each other, that is answered in the trailing actions. So trailing actions aren't always trailing actions here. So trailing actions can do other things, such as canceling an order. And so let's see here. Let's start a trailing rule here. So the various actions that can be taken. Now there's a lot more actions now that can be taken. Such as you can write a log message. You can put up a chart symbol like a little dot or a diamond or an arrow on your chart. If a certain condition happens, right? You play a sound, send an email. You could freeze an order, and you can even cancel an order. Right? So, typically, trailing actions, the trailing rules. Most of us think that most of the time, that's going to be used, right, to move your order here, move order 2, right? That's what a trailing rule does. That's what a trailing stop loss rule does. So 99% of the time, we're going to use the trailing rules to move the order. Moving the order is what trailing is. So, but to answer this question, we're going to use the cancel order. So there we go. So that's the action that we want to take, is to cancel this order here, right? So now we need to set up the triggering event. What is the event that cancels the order, right? Well, the event is that the Donchian channel and the current high or current low are no longer equal to each other. And to do that, we can address that using price. Well, we could do it one of two ways here. First you could build a simple bloodhound signal, that detects when the Donchian channel separates from the daily high or daily low, and so you could use a bloodhound signal. Right, so I know this customer is using a bloodhound signal to initiate, the limit order, to place that limit order. So that's one option. But if we want to use something, built into BlackBird, we can use the price versus indicator. So, so this price versus indicator is no longer only price. So it's actually, it could be indicator versus indicator. It could be price versus price. You can mix and match price and indicator interchangeably now. And so that's what we're going to do here. So let's see here. Let's see. So let's see. For indicator A, I guess I'm going to set this to the current open high low, the current day open high low indicator. Yeah. So I'll set indicator A to basically to be the current high or the current low plots. So let's go set that up here. So let's go find the there we go. There's the current day open high low, and let's see again. I think we're using we're taking a short trade at the daily high and a long trade at the low. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have our daily high and daily low plot set up. So next we need to set up indicator B, and B is going to be the Donchian channel here. So let's go set that up now. All right, Donchian channel. Make sure that you adjust the period. Right. So if you're using a custom period, make sure you adjust that in BlackBird here. And let's see again. So we're comparing. So for a short trade, we're using the upper channel, and for a long limit order, we're using the lower channel for a long limit order. All right. Now, last thing to do is to set up the mode here. So let's see. So what's going to happen here? The Donchian channel, which is B, is going to be below A. So B is going to be below A. So let's go find that. So we want, let's see. So A above B. There we go. So A above B. And then for the short, we're going to be looking for the opposite. So now so A would represent, remember A is our daily high or daily low. So A is going to represent the daily low, or let's see here, short, nope, sorry, I got them backwards here. So yeah, remember, shorts are taken at the high, longs are taken at the low. So for short, it's going to be A is the daily high, will be above B, and B is the Donchian channel, right? So if we look at my little white ellipse here, a little white circle, right, we can see that B is the Donchian channel, and that's going to be below A, and A is our is the daily high. So the long mode would be the opposite. Let's just, there we go. So A would be below B. All right. So that should do it. We just need to set up our trigger. Our action is going to be to cancel this limit order. And, you know, if you cancel an order, you can only repeat that once, right? You can't keep canceling an order that's already canceled, so we can just leave the repeat at none there. So, all right, let's see if we can come up with a better name here for this. It's tough coming up with a little short name for this. There we go. Well, that was a tough one to find a short name for it, but essentially we're going to cancel when the DonchianChannel separates from the high or the low, the daily high or daily low. And all right, so that should do it. So now let's test it. Let's go test this. Let's see here. All right, so I need to move the market up. All right. So let's see. If I place, if I place a short order now, it should get canceled. And bingo, you can see, right, that short limit order popped up there for a split second and then got canceled. Right there it is, and it just got canceled. So we know it's initially working here, and so let me move the market up a little faster here. So we'll get the DonchianChannel to equal the daily high. Then I can submit a limit order, and that limit order should stick there for a little bit. All right, so there we go. We're up there. Okay, so let me pull the market down a little bit so we don't get that. Don't want to get that limit order filled. All right, so now I can submit a short limit order. There we go. And so now, after 14 bars go by, our DonchianChannel will separate from the daily high, and that should cancel the order. Let's see. Yeah, it's too bad I didn't set the DonchianChannel to 7 period. We wouldn't have to wait as long, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for a few more, 10 more bars to go by, and then this limit order will cancel, or should cancel. All right. Well, while we're waiting on this, let me kind of take this opportunity here to kind of show off the order monitor here. So you'll notice that right. So we have an entry order here, and it's working. And since I never set up, I never set up a profit target or a stop loss. Right, this question is all about canceling the entry order. So you'll see that there's the profit target area and the stop loss area is, it's just empty because there isn't one. All right, let me pull the market up now. So, but just to show you, right, you can monitor what your orders are doing on the order monitor panel here. All right, I think we got about 4 more bars to go. So again, what we're looking for is as soon as the 2 indicators separate from each other, that should cancel our limit order. Let's see, let's put it on the order tab there. There we go. All right, I think this might be the last bar. No, I guess not. Okay. There we go. All right. So there we can see the entry order got canceled as soon as our DonchianChannel separated from the daily high there. All right. So that was that. And hopefully you guys there have some other questions for me. So let me just kind of, I'll open this up again here and kind of show what was done. Our action was set to cancel. And then we used the trigger here. We used the price versus indicator triggering condition to detect when the DonchianChannel separates from the current day high or low. So, all right, well, guys, I guess I'm not seeing any BlackBird questions coming in here, so I guess we'll just wrap this one up early. So, all right, guys. Again, if you'd like to have an answer. If you'd like to have a question answered in these workshops, all you need to do is just email it in, and just let us know your question is for the workshop, and I'd be glad to answer those questions. So it's always good to have emails to kind of start the workshop off with. It's very helpful. So, all right, well, guys, with that, I guess have a good weekend, and I hope to see you guys next week. Okay, bye-bye, guys.